Hello, it's Rosie here at Just Chill Baby Sleep, and today I'm talking all about the 4-month sleep regression. So I know a lot of you will have heard of this, might be worrying about it, might be going through it. So I'm here to reassure you and give you some really good tips of how you can get through it and what you can do. So what is the 4-month sleep regression? This dreaded phrase. Well, it's not a regression, it's a progression. So we are always moving forward biologically, we don't move back. So I don't like the term sleep regression. First of all, you might not experience anything different. So don't be sat there on the day that your baby turns 4 months thinking, oh my God, this terrible change is going to happen. Everything's going to go out the window, because it might not. Or it might, and it might happen anywhere between 3 and 5 months. It doesn't have to be bang on 4 months. And this progression is a permanent change in the way your little one sleeps. And if you're going through it, just rest assured, it does tell you that your baby is progressing biologically. So in some ways that could be reassuring. So the way they sleep has changed, okay? So the way that they go through their sleep cycles has changed, and they sleep more like we do as adults. So looking at how they sleep, how they get to sleep, how they're assisted to sleep, all of these kind of things might need to be reassessed at this point. Not always. Sometimes you might just see that your little one has a few weeks of a bit of disturbed sleep, and then they go back to seemingly sleeping normally. So at the 4-month sleep progression, you might notice that your little one used to wake, I don't know, one or two times a night, and now they're waking like every 45 minutes or even more often. In that case, you need to reassess your situation and perhaps help your little one with new techniques and new sleep associations. So sleep associations are something that we associate with sleep and how we get to sleep, things that help us to sleep. So that might be a dummy, a comforter, cuddle from mum, rocking, feeding to sleep. There's nothing wrong with any of these things if they are working for you. But if suddenly they're not, then you need to reassess. So what can happen sometimes is that the way baby falls asleep at the beginning of the night, they will potentially need that reassurance or that sleep association to be present every time they cycle through their sleep cycles. So now they've progressed and they're sleeping more like we do, they're going through more sleep cycles in the night, so potentially they're waking up more often. So have a look at how your little one gets to sleep at night. That can be really, really helpful. However, at 4 months, it's really, really common for babies to struggle to connect them themselves. So don't worry if you feel like my baby needs my assistance, my baby needs reassurance from me. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're finding that your situation is becoming unmanageable, then it is worth seeking some support, whether that's one-to-one, whether that's one of our online courses, or whether it's having a look at it yourself with a friend or a family member and having a look and thinking, is there another way that we can help our little one get to sleep and support them to sleep in the night? It might be that if you are rocking them to sleep and you don't feel like that's something you should be doing or you feel comfortable doing going forward, then it might be that one night you rock them less. It might be the next night you hold them to sleep. It might be the next night you try and put them down drowsy instead of fully asleep, so that they're aware of where they are. They weren't being rocked. They don't expect that the rest of the night. So setting up really good settling techniques, making sure you've got a really good routine as well. So routine is key with all of us for our sleep. So having a really good, regular, predictable routine is really, really helpful for your little one. Watching their awake windows around this age, so making sure they're not getting overtired because they've been awake too long, making sure they are actually ready for bed when you're starting to put them down at bedtime. They haven't, just finished a nap. So balancing your day really, really nicely will help you. And checking your sleep environment. So make sure that the bedroom they are sleeping in, whether that's with you or you have decided to move them out, you want it nice and dark. You don't want kind of synthetic lights, you don't want blue lights and things like that. If they're in with you, make sure you're being mindful of that as well, and trying to keep the noise down potentially as you come into the room. Maybe some white noise could be useful there. So safe sleep guidelines are to keep them in with you for the first 6 months to protect against SIDS. So you'll be looking at minimising disruption from you as parents, because at this 4-month sleep progression, you might find that your little one suddenly becomes more aware of noises and disruption in the room. So with all of these things, you can help your baby learn how to sleep in a new way, and you can ride out this sleep progression and get back to having a bit more of a rested night's sleep. So rest assured, it doesn't last forever. You will be able to get through it, and very best of luck. Bye for now.